Good morning.
Yeah, another lazy Sunday.
Yeah, and we have decided to take the plunge. We've been thinking about this for like 2 months now.
Yeah.
Omsi has this cool Pompeii exhibit. I guess it's just a traveling exhibit, but it looks really neat. So I think we're gonna check that out. But first, since we're out of breakfast food, we have to go out to eat.
Yeah, so we're gonna go to Cafe Broder, which is a Scandinavian style breakfast place, and so I'm gonna get some maple skeevers for sure.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
But,
and they have like really great egg dishes and all sorts of cool stuff. So we'll film as much as we can in there, and then we'll head on to Omsi.
Cool, sounds good. Here's Cafe Broder, where we're gonna have breakfast. And for directional purposes, if you want to come here, this is 26th and Clinton, this cross section here. So, right there, Cafe Broder.
So this is fruit fritters, which I think are probably blueberry, and then sausage and baked eggs, which looks amazing. And then Andy's.
I got the maple skeevers.
Yeah, I mean, everybody wants those.
Yeah. All right, we're done with Broder.
Yeah.
Which was good as usual.
It's delicious.
One word of warning, you usually do have to wait a good amount of time for a table. Once you're seated, it's pretty quick, but for whatever reason, they don't turn over the tables quite as quickly as, you know, someone as impatient as me would hope. Another thing about Broder is it's kind of a heavy breakfast.
Yeah.
So we've opted to walk to Omsi, which is, it's not that far of a walk.
Yeah, it's probably like a mile.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit
maybe
less.
a mile and a half.
Or more.
So.
And you also save $5 for parking if you walk. So.
Well, yeah. Which may not be an option for out-of-town guests. But if you're in Portland, hey, take the Max or walk.
Yeah.
As we walk, we pass our favorite pizza place in Portland. Definitely worth an order if you ever have the chance.
4 a.m.
That's right. Not open for lunch, which is my one complaint about it, but that's okay. And just like that, we're here.
We made it.
Yep. Yay. Pretty long line, but as I remember, it moves pretty fast.
Yeah,
so.
it'll dissipate pretty quickly. And then, like, the museum itself is pretty big, so it's not too bad.
Tickets acquired.
We got them!
Yeah.
Woo!
We're gonna see Born in China in addition to the Pompeii exhibit.
Yeah!
They're in the exhibit. Whoa. In case you're watching this and are unfamiliar with Pompeii, it was the city destroyed by Vesuvius on August 24th, 79 AD. And then, you know, obviously the eruption was catastrophic, but centuries later, the ash that buried the citizens and the whole town was also what preserved it. And so the discovery of Pompeii obviously was something pretty special, and that's what we're gonna visit today. So this is a recreation of a villa in Pompeii, done through the 3D scans of the ruins.
It's pretty cool. I would definitely like that kind of a little atrium.
Yeah. This is like Alfie and Zoe now. They're the modern day Pompeii. Pompeii citizens were also, due to climbing Vesuvius frequently, known to have good buttocks. Here are a couple busts that they found in the ruins. And the plaque makes the point that the Roman busts were supposed to be very accurate. So, kind of crazy to look into, you know, the faces of 2,000-year-old people.
I know, that's amazing.
Yeah, and like that hairstyle, it's still pretty cool.
I know.
You're rocking it. You sport that hairstyle, lady. Less so on the guy.
I mean, it's still pretty, like, he looks like we could see him at breakfast
That's
at
pretty
a diner.
Betsy pointed these out, but these are 2,000-year-old keys, if you can believe that. Pretty remarkable.
This was like a fountain where the dog and the boar would spout water out of their mouths.
Crazy.
In like the back courtyard.
That's crazy.
Pretty neat.
Yeah. This sign is talking about the dining in Pompeii, and it says that there was never fewer than 3 diners and never more than 9. Betsy made the point, we would be in trouble if we had to come up with another person to eat dinner with every night. I mean, we have dinner with another person every like month. This is Well, I'm going to show it to you. I would say brazier, but I don't want to say that without, you know, getting called out, I guess. Or I don't want to get called out for saying that. But anyways, that's apparently how they used to heat their food. And it was portable, so you could take it. Imagine strapping that to your back and going up Vesuvius. And look at all these kitchen utensils that they had way back then. Betsy pointed out the colander.
And the funnel. Look at the funnel.
Wow. There you go. Pompeians.
Just like us.
This is an interesting pot. It's not just any pot. Apparently they stored dormice in here. And well, there were spiral shelves on the interior, 2 food tanks and multiple air holes, which conditioned the dormice to hibernate so they could be fattened. And that's pretty crazy. You can still see the spirals inside. This plaque is talking about one of the ironies of, you know, being so close to Vesuvius. Of course, it led to Pompeii's destruction, but being so close to the volcano also gave the land a rich, thick volcanic deposits, so they could grow almost anything. This is another interesting plaque talking about the business of Pompeii. And one point it makes is that slaves made up 1/3 of the population, but in this case, the slaves did receive wages and could save up their money to buy their freedom and become citizens themselves. And some freed slaves even became affluent property owners or held held positions in the government bureaucracy. So, not quite the same. I mean, I wonder how much that actually happened, but still, there was at least a pathway out. Okay, Betsy's entering the red light district. What's the title of this plaque? Oh, that erotic room was not so, I don't know, hopeful, I guess.
It was very depressing and probably very realistic.
Apparently the women in the brothels were like locked in.
Yeah, so, like enslaved.
It sounded pretty bad.
Yep.
Yeah. You got it, Betsy. You got it. At least you're out of the brothel. Entered the gladiator section of the exhibit, and one thing that is funny that this says is graffiti on a wall in Pompeii declared that one gladiator called Celidus, or I'm not sure if I got the pronunciation right, but he made, quote, he was, quote, the man the girls sigh for. So it's good to be Celidus, even if they couldn't pronounce his name. Another thing I didn't know was apparently the gladiator games were interactive so that the audience would actually weigh in on the fate of the loser. So, yikes. Come to the body casts. Here's a mother and child. It's hard to not read in suffering into the faces, even though I don't know how well the faces were preserved, but yeah. And just where they've found bodies too, like this picture. Pretty disturbing and remarkable all at the same time. This plaque makes the point that I was trying to make at the beginning, where, you know, the same disaster that destroyed Pompeii also preserved it. And it mentions the exact year where they found it. Well, not the exact year, but the 1740s. It was rediscovered And over time, archaeologists at the site have uncovered a unique record of an entire ancient civilization. Pretty crazy. Also makes the point, much of what we know and understand about life at the height of the Roman Empire, since this was 79 AD, comes from the ruins of Pompeii. After seeing those tragic corpses, you exit through the gift shop.
Yeah.
So.
Slightly more uplifting.
Yeah. What'd you think?
It was really, really good. I mean, the last room was like more jarring than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah. Betsy asked me not to film some of this stuff.
Yeah.
Which is probably, you know, respectful.
Yeah.
But
I don't
it's just
know,
crazy.
It was weird.
Yeah. So, you know, honestly, I wish it was just a little bit cheaper. But that said, it was a good exhibit.
Yeah, and we're probably not going to get to go to Italy and see Pompeii.
Yeah, well, hopefully we will.
Yeah, maybe we will,
we'll
but it was really interesting.
Oh my god. They have these puzzles, supposedly for kids, and this took us like a good 25-30 minutes, and we finally got it.
It was a struggle, and just like constant guess and check. There's no like...
There's no system.
Pattern.
Yeah, I mean, you can work out like, oh, one of the 7 cannot work here, and then that's, you know, that's not that useful, so. But hey, we got it. We've done it. It's solved. And we won't be douches like some other people and leave it solved. We'll leave the mystery.
So the museum cafe here is like really great.
What?
It was good, huh?
Oh yeah, this is a good museum cafe.
So this sign talks about how when the Missoula flood rose up, that kind of formed this whole area, the river was super tall. So here's the buildings now, but when the flood, the water would have been about that high.
Wow.
Which is pretty crazy. It's a lot of water.
We're out of Omsi now. We're gonna go for a little bit of a hike or a walk along the waterfront.
Just because we have our Born in China movie to see, but it's not for another like hour and a half.
Yeah, so we're killing a little bit of the time, but doing it in the best way.
Yeah.
Okay, our walk didn't last that long. So we're back in the Omsi gift shop before our 4 o'clock Born in China show.
Movie.
Yeah, so hopefully that'll be pretty good, and that'll close out our day at Omsi. Next clip you see, we'll probably be giving you our review.
Or this turtle.
Whoa. Alright, we're out of Born in China.
We saw it.
Yeah. This was a pretty good Disney nature movie.
It was I
one
really
of the better
liked
ones.
it. Yeah. It was very compelling.
Yeah, and they even took the daring measure to actually show an animal that they would have followed passed away. So
and that was like really
spoiler.
sad.
Yeah, spoiler alert. Retroactive spoiler alert.
Yeah.
But yeah, well, now we're just walking back and probably end the day at Paleo, our favorite cafe.
Yeah.
So yeah, thanks for coming along.
Yeah. See ya.